Okay, how you doing? Eddie Machete here. Okay, so a few minutes ago, maybe 20, 30 minutes ago, I said to myself, I'm just going to let myself go and write a song, be comfortable as hell, and write the first song, first thing, whatever notes come to my mind. And then I just started humming a melody. I wanna sing, I wanna dance, I wanna thrill you with the sweetest romance. I wanna learn, I wanna burn for you. One, then one, bam, bam, bam. Then bam, 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 buddy, bam, 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 buddy. With you know, do it, dancing down, paper, burn it down, burn it down. Never said to reach your level, wouldn't be or ever wanna find a thing on Kevin. Didn't have to do body, have to be so far now. Oh, now I wanna run, I wanna dance, I wanna thrill you with the sweetest romance. I wanna learn, I wanna burn for you. I wanna sing, I wanna dance, I wanna thrill you with the sweetest romance. I wanna learn, I wanna burn for you. Bottom, bitty, bottom, steady, low, pepper, penny, bottom, satellite to see. If you wake you up, you money, bound it down. Would you ever, nothing that together, riding it forever. Lift you now, then lift you might sit you sounds and I don't know, soon now, then. I wanna sing, I wanna dance, I wanna fill you with the sweetest romance. I wanna sing, I wanna dance for you. Hold the pick on there. Boom, boom. I wanna sing, I wanna dance, I wanna thrill you with the sweetest romance. I wanna learn, I wanna burn for you. Okay, once again, this is an unconventional tuning. It did not go in there? Huh. Where'd it go? Don't you hate when you lose a pick and you think it went in pick outer space or something, or third dimension of pick land? Aw. Where'd it go? Okay, anyway. I thought it fell inside my... So, tripping. So I tuned it unconventionally to E, A, D, G, B flat to match the first chord, B flat, and then D. It was a dadgad that I adjusted, modified. It gives this nice snap. I wanna sing, I wanna dance, I wanna feel you with the Something pretty, walking pretty, walking by this city. What a lot of love already. Never underestimate the word. You got to get this straightened out. Every time you wake up, wanting until that set us on it, wanting like a people phoning. And be macking, didn't facking, sort of that, suitable to know. I wanna sing, I wanna dance, I wanna feel you with the sweetest romance. I wanna learn, I wanna burn for you. I wanna sing, I wanna dance, I wanna thrill you with the sweetest romance. I wanna learn, I wanna burn for you. Every time you wake a line, you say goodbye, bye, no, 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 but trying. Never did you understand that you give out to that demand and all. Every time you walk around and just have to assume you want to let to soon. No one ever understands the way you are to the man and now. No one ever understands and now. I wanna live, yeah. I wanna sing, I wanna dance, I wanna fill you with the sweetest romance. I wanna learn, I wanna burn for you. I wanna sing, I wanna dance, I wanna thrill you with the sweetest romance. I wanna learn, I wanna burn for you. Let's see how it sounds when I'm in the morning. See how that sounds, this chord does. I think it sounds pretty great. I think it sounds like two instruments instead of one guitar. As if there's a sort of accompaniment. Like there's a lower end and that's somebody playing So this song's dedicated to my wife, Paula. When you're together a long time, I don't think you take each other for granted, but you know, you have to keep everything fresh and alive. Like, you know, like the first time, but just keep everything fresh. Just reminders, constant reminders throughout your life, throughout your relationship. So, I just let myself go a few minutes ago, maybe 9 o'clock, and that's been about an hour. So, I am very thankful thankful that I can pick up a guitar. Before I even pick up a guitar, I can start humming a tune. That sounds okay. I'm not done yet, but I'm just gonna work on different melodies and different harmonies. Music nowadays, the pop music that I see the kids, which I mean by the kids, what I mean by the kids, anyone under 30. If you're pushing 30 and you still listen to pop, yeah, there's some women, and probably guys too that don't admit it, but they listen like to pop in their 50s, 40s, 50s, 60s, like they know words to pop music. I don't know, but anyway, the pop these days, their slogans, they're very slogany and they're very nursery rhymish. Rap is very nursery rhyme. In the, I mean, look, hard luck life, hard knock life, whatever the fuck that Jay-Z, Annie song, the Annie song is. It's the Annie song, but it's very vocal heavy and instrument void. There's really no instrumentation in music, these pop music these days. It's more of a like da 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 da. What's that song, Royals? I've heard it a couple times. I know everybody knows it. I don't know it. And will never be royal. There's lots of different layers of vocals in that song. That it's just there's not really any guitar or keyboard or bass. It's just like one instrument that's in the background, just keeping a hum, filling it up just enough so the vocals don't sound like it's just vocals and drums. Because it's vocals and it's a clap track or drums, just a beat. A lot of the songs in the last few years I feel are very, not kumbaya, but very crowd oriented, which makes sense. Because if you want to make money as an artist that's already getting some traction, you want to play concerts. You want to be out there so people, like the Imagine Dragons, all their shit sounds like stuff that should be played in front of 20,000 people. I don't know their songs. There's this that one big one. You know what I'm talking about, whatever. But they all sound like that. They all sound the same. All Imagine Dragons songs sound the same. They all sound very like crowd oriented, which is great. Simple songs are really in right now. Simple shit is really in pop. And I think that's just because of our transition from the way... Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no, I'm just live. I'm doing now. I just do live all the time. Hopefully, you can come on. They can't see you. Oh.
Good night.
All right. Oh.
Love.
Good night, sweetie. Love you.
He's wanting to play. He's like raring to
All right, just close the door. All right, buddy. Sorry, sweetheart. You gotta endure. So, yeah, so... Yeah, that Imagine Dragons. So, what I was saying is that there's I think there's a simplification. I'm just going to throw it out there. This is just a quick review, a quick assessment. There's a simplification of music, which is a natural progression or digression because of the lack of sales through the old channels, which were records, so then CDs, then downloads, kind of, and then streaming is exactly what it sounds like. It's a stream, it's not like an ocean. It's just like you take the money's like probably like piss for a lot of people. They make piddly. So the way money was made in the music industry, or a majority of it, or a lot of it at least, was through record sales, through royalties. You get paid even if your shit hasn't sold for a couple of years. Guns N' Roses, the Beatles, oh my God, they still make fucking tons of goddamn cash on royalties. All the bands that before 2000, every band before 2000, what are they called? The last big band I think was probably the eyes wide open guys. I digress. Anyway, you can't make money selling records anymore. So how do you make money? You make money selling merchandise, selling your songs to licensing to commercials and movies and television, and then playing live. And live is getting more and more expensive, which the emphasis, the importance of music to me seems like it's transferring from, buying that record or buying that, that audio file. People don't want to pay for audio anymore. They do not want to pay for, I have not. When's the last time you freaking paid for any audio? When's the last time you paid for any freaking video? Yeah, you still buy video, and video is, we pay for it with cable and internet. We're paying for video. But audios are like just kind of like a throw in, a freebie with the video. We buy video content. So we buy the access to it, but we don't want to pay for per thing. So it's making the live performance even more of a valuable thing, which is nice if you think about it. People are worth more than something digitally in the air. Okay? So what the look at like what the world of the internet is doing, what the virtual world is doing, is in many cases making the live experience more and more rare, more and more a wanted experience. Which you think of makes sense, because like there's only so much virtual shit you can take. All right, come on, all all these nerdy motherfuckers out there. Once you have some like real sex, yeah, okay, yeah, you'll like take off the virtual shit. But I remember my first concert was Foghat. Slow ride, take it easy. Slow ride, take it easy. I'm in the mood. Slow ride, take it easy. Slow ride, make it sleazy. I'm in the mood. So anyway, Slow Ride, Foghat, and I think Blue Oyster Cult. I was 17 years old. That was back in the Disney, motherfuckers. I just look really, really, really good. It's luck of the genetic lottery. Thank you, Mr. George and Mrs. Sue. Thank you. And then taking care of yourself. Anyway, $17.50. That was the price of concert with two of the greatest B-level 70s rock fans. They weren't A-level. They weren't Zeppelin. They weren't Pink Floyd. They weren't Bowie. But they weren't April Wine. And they were right in the middle. Foghat, Slow Ride, and Fool for the City. I'm a fool for the city. And I just want to make the remake love to you, but Slow Ride. One of the greatest, I'd say easily top 200 rock songs of all time. Maybe in 100, but top 200, Slow Ride is in there. So Foghat, and then Blue Oyster Cult, they had just released I'm burning for you. So Burning for You is a good, decent hit in the spectrum of time. You look at everything, but Blue Oyster Cult. Don't feel the reaper, baby, take my hand. Don't feel the reaper, we'll be able to fly. Don't feel the reaper, baby, I'm your man. La, 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 la. So, I got to witness two of, you could say, the greatest songs of rock and roll history, top 500 songs. Don't Fear the Reaper, it's up there. Everybody who knows rock and roll, Don't Fear the Reaper's up there. It's not as high as Hotel California, but it's up there. And Slow Ride is a great jam. One of the number one songs on one of the top songs on the when the guitar shit came out, Guitar Hero, that crap, whatever that shit is. I'd see kids playing Slow Ride and all these old songs that jam, the fucking riff jams. So I got to see that for $17.50 in Cobo Hall. Cobo Hall, one of the greatest venues to hear music at. About, I think, 10, 11,000, maybe 5,000. Some small, it's large but small. 3 tiers, and you could be up in the sea level, way in the back, and you're still looking down, and you still see the stage. You still see the players, and the music just feels just whoo. So never a bad show at Cobo Arena. So they used to make money selling records. You can't make money selling records anymore. So when people bought records, they bought them. They like appreciated them, and the flourishing of albums and the wanting of albums started coinciding with the progressing of the music, the quality of music, the progression. I mean, albums started selling after, I'd say, the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper, Rubber Soul, Revolver, Sgt. Pepper, the holy trinity of rock. So albums after Sgt. Pepper became a concept, a whole, you gotta buy, it's like a book. Like, you don't want one chapter of the book, you want the whole fucking book. So albums started selling, and, Beatles, Sgt. Pepper, Stones with their responses, Satanic, blah, 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 Beggar's Banquet, The Who, with Tommy, I'm kind of going forward, Abbey Road, Zeppelin comes out, Stairway to Heaven, 71. The 70s is when albums, records, FM radio just became, just this thick place of musicians playing, Pink Floyd, just 7 songs on the album. Songs are 10 minutes long. Just experimental shit. David Bowie, Elton John. Even the pop music was fucking sweet as hell. Hot Child in the City and I Believe in Miracles. And I mean, the 70s were great for pop and for rock and for Motown. And people started buying albums. And I think when I used to buy an album, I appreciated the fuck out of, and I would listen to every song. And so when you buy an album and you want to listen to you're paying for that thing. Like, I'm paying for that shit. People didn't buy albums before because it had one hit. The rest was all filler shit, crappy music. And like, why am I paying $6 for a piece of shit when I want one song? I just pay $1 for the song. The Beatles said, no, we're going to put fucking 8 good songs out of 12. Even crappy Beatles songs are decent songs, half our hits for other bands. So Beatles started putting 3, 4, 5 hits. Rubber Soul alone could have had 6 number ones. Revolver, the British version, it's just like drop down from If There's a Heaven. It's just drop down from heaven. Sgt. Pepper is a great album, but it could have been even better because they were going to put Strawberry Fields and Penny Lane probably on that album too. So people started buying albums, and the artists were like, well, they're listening to this shit. I don't want to give them just filler. Let's give them good stuff. So the 70s flourished, which is the album was a book, and it had mostly all like Black Sabbath. Their first 3-4 albums. It's like I wasn't a big Sabbath fan, but the last few months, years, I've been listening to Sabbath and learning about Ozzy and his what happened to him in his life, and then you listen to his vocals again, and you're like, oh my god, the pain, the primal screaming. An album was, and hopefully will be again, a like a wrap around you, not just the single one. Hey, it's a good song. It just hugs you when it's done right. The album hugs you. The White Album, which will be, in my eyes, considered the greatest piece of musical work of any time ever. The White Album will be looked at and considered a one-piece epic, as if it was an opera or it was a Beethoven symphony. It's a symphony. The Beatles' White Album. I don't care if you like the Beatles. I don't care if you hate the Beatles. First of all, if you don't like the Beatles, there's something wrong with you. Secondly, if you hate the Beatles, you love the Beatles. And thirdly, if you don't know the Beatles, you cannot be a musician. You could be a pop artist, but you can't be a musician. And you cannot be a true songwriter. Sorry. Because the Beatles didn't invent stuff. They just knew how to regurgitate it better than anybody, any other group or force ever. Maybe something will change in the next 100 or 200 years, but in the last 50 years and probably the next 50 years, there's not going to be anything to compete with the Beatles. So the Beatles' White Album has probably, there's 30 songs, and there's probably, just off the top of my head, 20 to 50 different styles of music compressed within this one white album. No, just white, with a little imprint, not even in ink. Beatles, humbly but boldly stating that you don't have to have a name on this album. You don't have to know who this is. This is music. This is what music's supposed to sound like. Oh, by the way, this band called the Beatles, it came through them. I don't care if Paul thinks he wrote something and whatever. It happened while it was when these people were together, when these energies were together. So this White Album is the greatest work. It's the greatest work, the greatest musical work of all time. Now, we compare that. Purchasing the White Album, opening it up. People that have instant access, kids that we have instant access to music and everything, you don't get it. Of course, I understand. I have a friend who's Russian, Ukrainian, Crimean, told me about growing up in Russia, where they had nothing as far as music. I mean, just virtually nothing. When they received something, they appreciated it. An album, they would listen to it and listen to it and listen to it. They would pay sometimes, he said, I'm not kidding, a month's salary to buy a pair of jeans. A week salary to buy a record. American stuff was contraband. It was illegal. It's like, you're not supposed to have American shit. These guys are going to corrupt you. Non-Russian stuff. Anybody was non-Russian. So, if you know people from other countries that don't have all the things that you have, that's what it was like for music. When we received something, we'd wait for that day for the song to come on the radio, and then we couldn't wait to get the record. All the way up until, when did records stop selling? 2003, 2004, when iTunes came out. So, I'll probably make a very nice, concise synopsis about why songs are so simple today. But I think me saying this and talking it out loud helps me realize, that will help me pinpoint what kind of music I need to be writing right now in order to generate money. And not feel as if I'm selling out. There's no selling out. It's just, as long as it comes from my heart, that's it. And I'm going to write the same song. Maybe I have 4 different styles, 10 different styles. Who gives a fuck? We're just going to sell it. Whoever wants to take it, redo it, whatever. Thank you. Excuse me. I just want to be paid for being me. So songs are real simple now because they need to be catchy. They need to be just stuck. Happy, happy, repeating over and over. And that one girl with the piano. Someone here, yeah. This is one chick with the piano, has like kind of silky voice that repeats the same thing over and over and over. It's like, oh my god. So songs now are jingles. Believe it or not, we've got to the point where we want jingles. Cool advertising jingles for our entertainment. Not everybody, but I was out the other day, and this one girl, she might have been like 20, 25, I don't know, 18, 27, I don't know. Her and her friend are playing this song. She's like, oh, I love this song, this is my jam. And it was just da 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 and some slight hint of music in the background, and maybe 3 or 4 or 5, 6 different types of vocals and different harmonies. Very nursery rhyme-ish. Maybe he's a guy coming in, whatever the fuck latest rap is popular. No, I'm not a fan of rap. I'm sorry. I like rap music, but not all the new shit. NWA, old-timey shit. Old-time shit. Some of the new stuff, but mostly not. But, so you have to be catchy. Catchy means groupie. Group-like. Getting people together easy in a group. You can get them to the concert. They want to be in a group. Sing-along. Songs are sing-alongs now. So, until we can figure out how people are going to pay for music, which is, I don't think, ever going to happen again, our songs will just be our hits will be very sing-along-ish that make it easy, along with a good image, visually and just socially, a good image to entice people. Make it hey, I want to go see these guys. They fucking party, or these girls. They make me feel invigorated and alive. But that's the whole thing. Now to be up, which is cool. There's gonna be a point where people are gonna be sick of that, just like people got sick of psychedelic music in the early '60s. Like then it went to totally like just like very country-ish. CCR was huge, and Stones, guys started doing. Pleased to meet you. Hope you guess my name. I'm tuned differently, so I should go like. Come on. Come on. I might tune the E down to F. Yeah, so, basically, in a nutshell, because people don't sell records anymore, you have to get them into the concerts and sell them shit. To get them into the concerts, you have to give them songs that are easy to remember and very group oriented and make you want to sing out loud and very up. And you can't really, it seems like the bands that sell out, the new bands, you can't be Genesis or even Zeppelin. I mean, there's bands that are trying to be like Zeppelin, those like blues, but even the blues hard rock stuff, like guys, the White Stripes and the Black Keys and anything like that, like the Wolf Mother or whatever they're called. They kind of Wolf Mother not so much, but the other two they simplify the fuck out of the riffs. Guitar and drums, first of all, and just very more like punk garage. There are exceptions, but right now we're in a totally vocal slogan. Let's all sing together, rise up against the man type music, which is cool. Later.